passwords or click suspicious links. Everyone all the time is trying to steal your stuff. So go slow and be careful. There's no point making all this money just to give it to a thief. All right. Look at all those well wishes. Woo woo. Yeah, man, I wish AI Nick was rich. Unfortunately, only real world. I haven't uploaded yet. I haven't uploaded to the whatever. Maybe Sophiaverse is how we like upload. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to talk about Sophiaverse today. That'll be cool. We'll talk about Sophiaverse. We will talk about Google is throttling down Bard, not throttling it. Remember, they're limiting Bard's AI capabilities. Well, Bard is a dumpster fire anyway, but Med Palm is good. Anyway, that's in the weeds there of AI, but we'll talk about that. AI wildfire detection startup raises about $17 million. A Bill Gates backed venture is going to unleash robotic geologists. Hey, listen, Bill Gates spent half of his life stealing tech and stealing software from other people. He can't write a line of BASIC to represent a zero. But that son of a gun sees good ideas and he buys them, negotiates, whatever you want to call it. And it seems like he has done some good. So good for Bill. Anyway, robot geologists, everyone. Let's see. And then we do have an article that I will talk about. I hinted at it yesterday about the BIS, the Bank of International Bullcrappiness. Now they're worried that like 93% of the banks in the universe, central banks, government banks, banking institutions are looking at central bank digital currencies, whether it's for asset swaps or it's for actual customer funds or international transfers, whatever. And it's coming, and the BIS is not too happy about this BS. So we'll go into that. And then, and then we'll spend some time talking about Sophiaverse, which KYC is winding down. That's Know Your Client. So we'll get into that when we get into that. Okay, great. That said, where was the last person that said hello? See, I think you did this one. And listen, if you guys have like a cool company or something like that, that maybe your company, you could put that in a comment. And then I could be like, click. And then that's like a little baby fake ad. Not really fake. But then you have to like the video so that someone else sees it. Remember, we don't monetize these videos. Means we're not advertising these things. So the only way they get eyeballs outside of us here is if you click like. If you don't click like, I don't care because I'm already rich. But if you want other people to make good decisions, click the like button. It's so easy. You just like click. Anyway, sometimes, and then there's always that one passive aggressive person that's like, I'm clicking dislike. That's fine. Click something. Let your vote be cast. That's all we ask. John, Did you see my long-winded question in the Discord? No. No, I did not. How many nodes a single video card? No one knows that stuff yet. No one knows that stuff. So no, that would be something that you would post in the Hypercycle Telegram group. So if you have specific Hypercycle questions like this is, then you would post that question in the Hypercycle Telegram group, and then either they would get back to you with an answer or there is no answer. You can also go to hypercycle.info and you can send your questions there, because I think that's where they would answer stuff like that. So no, but that's a no, but like all the people you ever dated in high school. No, but what? Double entendre. Got it. All right. Tim, hello. Michael, Joseph. Well, everybody's making layoffs. I mean, 70% of the world is going to get laid off, and that's the first wave. You guys see where this is going. This isn't a trend. See, a lot of these people, oh, AI, it's just a fad. It's not a fad. It's the last one. What's the quote? It's something, I'm paraphrasing, but it's like, I don't know what the next invention humans will make is, but the very last one is digital superintelligence or artificial general intelligence. That's the last one. I still don't think this resonates with people. You don't have the rest of your life to invest, to meddle in markets. All of this is over with when robots manage everything. You're like, they would never. Oh, really? Really? How many days do you go without using the internet? Software already runs the whole GD planet, bro. Like, people better wake up and like common sense. You have maybe 3 years, maybe. That's a huge maybe. I don't imagine you humans will be investing in markets 3 years from now, not in the way we do now. Certainly trading will be a thing of the past. Trading's really already a thing of the past. It's like, it's for dummies. And the money that's being traded by humans is actually the profit margin for algos, but that's neither here nor there. No one really wants to talk about that. But just take the entire human workforce. 70% are going away, and the ones that will stay are simply that 30% that have decided to leverage artificial intelligence, AI software along this path to digital superintelligence. You got your head in the goddamn sand if you don't see this coming. You got to be a damn fool. Like, I don't know. You want to just shake people. I'm trying to tell people, your days are numbered, dummy. People don't want to listen. Oh, I'm going to get my portfolio and check it out next month. There is no next month. If you imagine we have 3 years left, and that's a big assumption, a big, sloppy, gross, broad-ass, fat-brushed assumption on weak-ass premise. If you think we have 3 years left, which I think is probably closer to like 18 months, then you better be doing everything right now to dig in and understand the software, the tech, the implementations, how you can leverage it. I mean, God. Anyway, okay, so there you go. Yeah, there's going to be layoffs everywhere. Even, matter of fact, the more layoffs are going to be, it's not just because we're in a recession. Like, I'm not talking about the macro. And some of these are going to be recession-based, macro, biggie, economics-based layoffs. We get that. But there's going to be just a wide swath of overall job obsoleting that is going to happen, and it's going to be in your face. Anyway, all right. Morning. Are people moving their coins off of Kucoin? Yeah, probably a lot of them. You can keep coins on Kucoin. You just won't be able to trade. Now, I don't know what enhanced KYC means. I'm not sure. So we'll see. And yeah, if you're referring to Bill Gates, you are accurate, I think. But you know what? Whatever. If he's a douchebag and he ends up doing things that are good for humanity, then good for humanity. Like, who cares? Since KuCoin is closed, It's not closed to the U.S. Remember, make sure you're reading they're not closing to the U.S. They're enhancing their KYC. We don't know what that means exactly. And why don't you look up Google wallets for Arweave? I'm sure they have wallets somewhere. And also, whatever kind of asset it is, whatever protocol it lays on top of, they will have wallets that you could deploy, a MetaMask or a whatever. So yeah, take a look, see, do some research, roll your sleeves up. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Good morning. Kraken is great. Harmony was paying. Yeah, Harmony's still paying pretty good. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Morning. Okay. Ada Lovelace. Anyone? Ada Lovelace. Hence, that's where the token Ada token came from. That's the anyway. Do you have concerns given the custody of your tokens and node licenses to the Cryptopia team for running nodes? Well, I'm not giving them anything, but you're not giving them anything either. They don't own your tokens. The nodes are basically, the nodes are filled with tokens, but Cryptopia doesn't own your tokens. And if they don't pay you the return that they're supposed to, it unwinds the contract and they push your tokens back out. You can move them. So, but again, I'm not speaking for Cryptopia. I'm not Cryptopia. I don't know anything about Cryptopia other than they do have badass, their NFTs are cool. Like the NFTs they have for the different thing. So, I mean, you do you. I'm not speaking for any pool. The only ones, I mean, I'm going to push my stuff into HyperPG and things like that. So you got to put them where you feel safe. But even if they own the licenses or they own the hardware, they don't own your tokens. I mean, the people at Hypercycle thought of that. They weren't like, well, you delegate your tokens. That's it. You lose all your shit. Come on, man. These are the smartest people in the world. They got it figured out. ChatGPT says quantum computers will kill cryptocurrencies. That's pretty stupid. If I were you, not you, Sylvia, just let's take a quick second on quantum computing. One, there are no algorithms for quantum computing. So the idea is, we're going to build these quantum computers, which, by the way, have to maintain qubits. I know I'm going to the weeds here, but for those of you that understand, computers use bits. Quantum computers use qubits. Qubits, in order to maintain, but basically the difference is there are entangled states. Instead of zeros and ones, like with a computer and bits, qubits allow for entangled states between 0 and 1 and these kind of weird transient positions. He's like, oh, it's amazing. And yes, it could potentially do some very obscure math problems faster than bit-based computers. Yes, this is true. However, they need to be about 100,000 times more powerful than they are right now. Oh, and by the way, here's what they don't tell you. One, they don't really have any of the algorithms. The idea is we'll just build the technology and then the algorithms, we'll just find them. Well, they haven't found them yet. And and that's not like a small thing. That's like saying, listen, we'll redesign all of the standard model of physics once we get the compute power. But you don't have a standard model? Nope. So, okay, right. So the algorithms don't exist. Another thing, do you want to guess what temperature qubits have to be, the environment for qubits to function before they basically dissipate in order to use this quantum computer? Negative 273 degrees Celsius. You know what that is, folks? That's 0 Kelvin. That's the temperature of the background universe, basically in space, in a vacuum. Anybody here have a computer that holds negative 273 degrees? Anybody that got that in your house? Got that zero that 0 Kelvin system running? Yeah, absolute zero. So yeah, there's all sorts of interesting theoretical ideas. It's most likely that you're going to see, because of the cost of containment and running these kind of really cold environments to run qubits, to manage qubits, to manage entanglement, to manage quantum computers. Oh, and by the way, there's no algorithms. Oh, and by the way, so the likely reduction of all that is that we will have quantum computers, a very few of them, at some big super centers, and universities and companies would go and rent compute time in those giant facilities that look a lot like a nuclear power facility, because that's how robust it would have to be. Much less dangerous though. So I wouldn't go panicking. I mean, there's a good chance that there will never be quantum computers during our lifetime, because there won't be a necessity, and we will reach digital superintelligence or AGI much sooner, and we'll find all kinds of workarounds. Because again, that's the last one. So don't get caught up in the quantum. It's a bunch of bullshitty hype to get investor money, is what it is. So don't do that. In the same way, don't fall into a bunch of bullshitty AI companies that they're one-trick ponies and that their value proposition is actually just a feature. Don't invest in a company that's little more than a feature. Just be very careful. All right. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do some AI news, since we're already talking AI, it's AI. The whole world is getting eaten by AI. You might as well talk about it. Yay. All right. And so to that end, let me get my cool little newsflash thing. Here we go. Let's see. Bam. I love my brain picture. Yay. Okay, let me switch gears here. Okay, here's what's going down. Google CEO, I'll just call him SP because I can't pronounce his name. Sundar, I think that's the first name. He says Google is intentionally limiting Bard. He's limiting, well, he's not. I mean, I guess it comes from the top, but they are limiting AI's capabilities, as he warns about the imminent ease of using AI to create deceptive deepfake videos of public figures. But I wonder if he's deepfaking himself. Question within a question. Anyway, current AI models can already generate very, very realistic images of public figures, and the news has been duped. Well, the news is a bunch of dumbasses, but they've been duped already a few times. And anyway, it kind of does blur the lines between fact and fiction a little bit. Video and audio fabrications are becoming more sophisticated. I mean, you guys know that little bumper thing that I read. I don't actually read it. That was an AI generated deal. Anybody that wants to mess with their voice and have some fun, if you want the cheapy free version, go to play.ht and just submit some of your voice, and you can make your own like voice cloning thing. If you want to do it badass, go to resemble.ai. That's the kind of badass version. Anyway, there you go. Pinchai says that the CEO says that Google does not always understand the answers Bard currently provides. Well, you want to wrap your mind around that. So basically, there's like some hallucinating in the way the answers are derived. Well, we humans don't quite get these large language models yet, I guess. We don't understand transformer networks and these emergent answers that they sometimes concoct. Why does it matter? AI misinformation and scams are already very real and likely will only worsen as AI continuously advances. Yeah, power corrupts. Extreme power corrupts extremely. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Yeah, and people are gonna look, man. You know who's gonna fire all the scammers, fraudsters, and criminals? They're gonna get out. They're gonna get knocked out of the workforce too by scammers, fraudsters, and criminals that are using AI. Everybody's got to leverage AI, even the bad guys. Good for you, bad guys. All right. AI wildfire detection startup. They grabbed like $17 million. They're called Pano AI, an artificial intelligence startup. They raised $17 million in a Series A extension to help save lives by detecting the early stages of wildfires, which is cool. I think also all you have to do is track all of the gender reveal parties, because those seem to contribute to wildfires, because those are tantamount to just blue and pink colored effing pipe bombs. I saw some grandmother blow her damn arms off with a reveal party. It's a girl. Pfft, that's a pipe bomb, dummy. Anyway, she's going to spend the rest of eternity lamenting her gender reveal party with nubs because, don't go to YouTube and decide that you want to make you get it. All right. This particular company, Pano, mounts high definition remote control cameras in high risk areas. So like nature cams, and then AI monitors all the footage. So that's kind of cool. The AI powered tech can send firefighters to the scene several hours sooner compared to situations without the AI. So basically, this is AI monitoring a bunch of cameras that may or may not already be in the area. So this isn't, again, these are features that any robust AI system will be able to do. You'll be able to say, hey, monitor these cameras, look for this kind of data, Okay, but anyway, AI-powered tech can send firefighters to the scene way before, based on the conventional kind of fire alarm systems that exist. Last week, the company sent early warnings to the Kutch Road fire, which broke out near Kutch Mountain in Yamhill County, Oregon. So they got there faster and put out more fires, which is good because, save the trees. The extension round was led by Valor Equity Partners. There was some other, I think T-Mobile came in, Salesforce came in, which are weird partners, but it shows that they do believe, at least they're spewing their AI investments all over the place. This is another good example, though, of the idea that AI can be for the greater good of humanity. We like greater good of humanity. The current wildfire crisis in Canada should kind of wake everyone up. Not woke. That's different. We don't like that. We do like waking everyone up to the idea that using AI to help data, you keep hearing it. That's the commodity. Anyway. And then finally, Gates-backed venture unleashes robot geologists, which is kind of cool. It's a different version of the T-1000s, but there we go. Bill Gates Breakthrough Energy Ventures, BEV, not for Bill, but for Breakthrough. BEV has invested $20 million in a Calgary-based mining tech startup, Geologic AI, to build AI-powered robot geologists. Geologic was founded in 2013 to offer rock analytics for modern mining. Geologic AI's technology can analyze rock samples and identify sources well below the Earth's surface. Sweet. The world's dealing with a mineral supply shortage due to growing demand for clean energy technologies, and some people that are like sitting on stockpiles. That's a whole other question. Anyway, but yes, there's a supply shortage. Great. The company's robots will help in the mining of both lithium and cobalt to help enable the clean energy transition. And maybe Elon can stop strip mining lithium and destroying the environment. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. He's trying to help everyone. He's trying to save everyone. My bad. I got that wrong. He's not strip mining and causing huge, massive, never mind. So good. The company is saying that this is going to help streamline the search for lithium and cobalt quite dramatically, given that the world will probably soon struggle with a significant mineral supply shortage due to a growing demand for clean energy. His funding comes at an ideal time. So this isn't Bill Gates perpetrating some shenanigan. This is a company that needed money, and Bill Gates was like, Daddy Warbucks. So, yeah. Okay, cool. There's some AI tools that were kind of neat. God. Sarah Silverman sues OpenAI and Meta over AI training for alleged copyright, claiming that their books were used without authorization to train the company's AI programs. If you make your shit public, then it's public. I don't know. These people are such a-holes, man. I'm sorry, Sarah. Look, man, when you're a has-been actor or when you're a has-been in general, don't try to go start suing people so that your name shows up. You're still a has-been. That's what that is. That has nothing to do with nothing. Anyway, okay, cool. Let's take a quick look at markets, and then let's talk the BIS, BS, and then let's talk Sophiaverse. I'll get through the BIS article quick. It's a good one, though. It's kind of cool, but we'll get through it quick, and then we'll talk Sophiaverse. But let's take a quick look at the markets. Okay, what's going on in the Bitcoin world? Well, the entire ecosystem is about 1.2 trillion, which is still quiet and low. It's still about a third of what it was in 2021 when it was cryptarded. I see the next run looking more like 2017, which had a much smarter, a much higher, or a little bit higher IQ, a little bit higher, not much, but a little bit higher IQ probably than the 2021 run. Was a bunch of dumbasses. A bunch of idiot punters, and let's face it, it was Uber and Lyft drivers buying meme coins through Robinhood's scammy dumpster fire platform, and all the nonsense that came about that. But what's going on in the markets? Well, Bitcoin is melting up a little bit. Again, the 24-hour, which I don't typically care about it. It just gives me an idea of what today looks like. I do like the longer term view, and the trend is starting to be more green, which is cool, but we're still just coming out of the starting gate. So I always do this. I always look at Bitcoin and I say Bitcoin is zero. Bitcoin is sea level, and then everything else has to be that or better. So if you see 1.2%, and then you see other assets that are not up 1.2%, they are trailing. That's just a way to look at it. So who's performing at or better? Cardano, Matic, Filecoin at or better. Graph token, Render, spammy bullshitty thing. Anyway, AGIX, Optimism. Who cares? Fetch, cool. Harmony, almost. Singularity DAO performing well. They're about to roll out their version 2. They're going to become a full DEX. They're going to end up being a full DEX. We're going to end up, I think, doing a bunch of swapping over there and all sorts of cool stuff. If they can get sufficient liquidity. Let's see what they can do. Rejuve, it's been up the last few days. It's been down today, but there's no real news other than they were all kind of in Geneva for the AI for Good summit. And apparently they had a really good showing and everybody was very excited. NewNet over 5 cents. Yay. Hypercycle 50 cents. It touched this morning 55 cents. Holy smokes. Illiquid Batman. Yes. Very illiquid, very hard to get. But AI layer 0 could sit underneath every GD transaction on planet Earth. At some point here in the future, I will tell you what I think their devious master plan is. And I think they want to cut in underneath every single layer 1. I mean, all these layer 1s could essentially be layer 2s on top of Hypercycle. Just saying, if you look at the tech, go look at the white paper, look at what they can actually do, and look at how their transactions process. They don't need a ledger. The ledger is a backup, not the first place that you start. Anyway, it's a true layer 0. Transaction first, ledger second, unlike all these other propositions. So we'll just leave it at that. The price action is very interesting. But don't panic or FOMO in or out of anything. Just go slow. Okay, in these AI assets, Sophiaverse is coming. We're going to talk about that in just a second. First, let's talk about the BIS, BS. But remember, these are my opinions, man.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Okay, so, here's the story. Let me get somewhere. I have this. There it is. There it is. Crypto stablecoins may pose a threat to financial stability if widely used, the BIS survey. It's kind of like saying, This sounds just like whale oil. Like in the whaling days, they were like, if any of you switch to fossil fuels, we're finished. Yeah, dummy. Like common sense. And then it was like, if any of you switch to electricity, it'll ruin everything. Yeah. Electricity ruined everything. We were much better burning effing coal and wood. Like, get off the gas, you dicks. Anyway, 24 central banks are expected to launch either wholesale or consumer-facing retail CBDCs by the end of the decade. The number of central banks intent on debuting CBDCs, central bank distributed currencies, or also central bank digital currencies, depends on who's like titling it. Anyway, in the immediate term, it's doubled since last year. I'm guessing that's going to keep going. Despite all of the calamity that's ensued in the crypto market, these are unrelated. So don't think, they're tangential. Don't think CBDCs, the people that are developing central bank digital assets, they don't give a shit what happens to Bitcoin or anything else. They don't care. They want a cheaper, more efficient way to move currency units. That's all they care about. However, if you convert the world over to using digital assets, then obviously investment in these other assets makes a lot more sense, and it's a lot easier because you've onboarded everyone. So it's the onboarding experience that we as investors are really looking for. Anyway, if widely used, this is the BIs, if widely used for payments, crypto assets, including stablecoins, may constitute a threat to financial stability. Ooh. This is from a survey from the BIS. Who'd they survey? About 17 dirtbag politicians, probably. Anyway, to strengthen and coordinate regulatory approaches to contain their risk to the financial system, the CPMI, the IOSCO, the FSB, and the BCBS published updated or new guidance and standards for stablecoins or crypto activities and markets more broadly. Guess who pays attention to this? Nobody. These companies don't give a shit what the CPMI, the IOSCO, the FS, these are all self-ordained douchebag companies. Sorry, organizations, not for profits. We're going to tell everyone else how to live. It's a financial version of student council, right? Like they're not even the PTA. They're not even the city council. This is financial student council where you're like walking by, like, get out of my way. I don't want your stupid flyer. Anyway, they contend almost a quarter of all central banks globally are currently piloting a retail CBDC with over 24 such state-backed digital currencies set to roll out by 2030. I think that's going to be a lot sooner. There's going to be a bunch, man. There's going to be a bunch. Anyway, they don't like it. They think it could be a calamitous event. A clear divergence has emerged compared to last year. Some central banks have become more likely to issue a CBDC within the next 3 years, while others intended to be less likely. So what the report reads is that some people are more likely to launch a CBDC and others are less likely. These guys really know how to narrow in on they know how to get the pulse, right? The temperature is going to be higher or lower or the same as it was today, tomorrow. You can put that into print. Like, shut up. And then they have the audacity. Oh God, they have the audacity to make comparisons to Big Brother. Get off the gas, you dicks. Anyway, not much that the BIS ever comes up with is all that unique, but I did think it was funny. All right, so there's your comedic retreat. Okay, let's switch gears. I think we should talk a little bit about Sophiaverse. What the smoke? Okay, so this is coming pretty soon. So here's the deal. They had announced recently that they began KYC for the upcoming token generation event for Sophiaverse. The token is SOPH. That's the token. It's a partnership between Hanson Robotics and Singularity Net. They are witnessing a big turning point in the advancement, they hope, of Web3, AI, the metaverse, this big kind of mezcla, this big mix of whatever all that is. Let me pull the comments section up. No, stop. Okay. All right. So Sophiaverse is a gamified infrastructure designed to advance the development of the renowned Sophia robot towards humanoid sentience. It combines various ecosystem projects to build a virtual playground with the ultimate goal of achieving sentient superintelligence. That sounds like a lot. The groundbreaking project decentralizes the quest for AGI, allowing AI and humans to work together to create superintelligent systems and progress towards a beneficial singularity. In this article, they talk about the importance of what you need to explore. So basically, I'm going to break down the major parts of this kind of push for Sophia's AI sentience. Now, let me real quick, before we dive into the ecosystem, let me tell you what I think this is. I think this is a clever way to get humans to participate in supervised fine tuning. Now, no one will admit that to me, but that's what I think this is, which is fine, perfectly fine. But that's what I think this is. We, instead of paying for people to do supervised fine tuning of these large systems, we are doing it, and they gamified it, and we can be incentivized with tokens and stuff like that. So I guess cool. Am I gonna bang around in the Sophia Metaverse? I don't know if it's cool, if it's visually cool, or if it's cool to like talk to AI. Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun, especially if you can like train it. Anyway, first you have SAIL, Sophia's AI lab. So you get to interact with your own evolving Sophia, you and your own Sophia, which is kind of badass, and witness her unique personality start to unfold. You stay updated on blockchain and AI news, complete quests to learn AI programming, earn more rewards, which is kind of cool. I like the earn rewards part. I like learning about AI programming. Basically, it's kind of like paid education in a sense, this kind of learn to earn thing, which I really like. You will unlock new abilities for Sophia and embark on a journey into the metaverse. And again, what's the metaverse? Well, it's being built as we go. Sophia's Age of Singularity, that's SAOS. Immerse yourself in a fully featured multiplayer online game. Join with friends and personal Sophia companions to embark on an epic quest across time and space, fight to save humanity, and pave the way for a positive singularity. Now, that all sounds kind of markety and stuff, but I talked to some people that were messing with it, the early version of it, and they're like, it's badass. I'm like, oh, okay. And these are people that are not typically excited about like visual stuff. Like I play a lot of Population 1. And so I like VR a lot. So if this is a real cool immersive environment and I'm getting paid to learn stuff, I'm in. They have the Sentience wallet, which is you'll be able to experience what they consider true interoperability with a versatile wallet that seamlessly connects to different blockchain networks. You can safeguard your private data while engaging with AI counterparts. The Sentience wallet is your trusted companion for blockchain, AI, and data security needs. I think if they build that out, it could end up being our AI kind of version of MetaMask, which might be kind of badass. Anyway, then there's the Sophia token. It serves as a crucial component of the Sophiaverse ecosystem, providing users with a range of exciting opportunities. We talked about that. It's quest rewards, digital art, character upgrades, usernames, data, usernames, like domain squatting, data, and then code, which is kind of cool. So by completing quests, users earn points that can be redeemed for Sophia tokens, allowing them to participate in the economy of the ecosystem. Cool. You can also participate by participating and buying them. The marketplace where users can buy and sell generated artwork. Yeah, whatever. Personalize Sophia and her lab through character upgrades. Okay. And even own and trade .ai domain usernames. Yes. Yes. In another area where Sophia tokens will be essential. So that's cool. There's another token, by the way, that is like a governance token, guard or something like that. That's as we learn more, we'll dig into this. We'll figure out the best way to monetize this. I mean, it's all cool. Listen, I love all this stuff. I'm all for a kind, benevolent, beneficial AGI that's helpful, harmless, hopeful, and honest, and all that other stuff. But I mean, I just want to get rich, bro. And So for me, it's about finding the either intellectual arbitrage or the actual physical token arbitrage and the best way to skin it. So we will focus on the best way to skin it, because they're going to focus on building the future of AGI. We'll focus on getting rich in the process so that we can live in a cloud city while the T1000s descend on humanity and eradicate our existence. All right. Additionally, users have the choice to opt in and monetize their personal information. See, this is cool. So you can monetize your data, which is badass. So again, I like that. We're creating lots of it. Data, you keep hearing it. Common sense. Data is the next and maybe the last commodity. Bill Gates is after lithium and cobalt. I want data. Anyway, developers and creators can contribute to the ecosystem by adding new code, placing it on the marketplace, creating a dynamic environment where users are also the developers, and all of it's driven by Sophia Tokens utility. Sophia, so this marketplace is looking a lot like the AGIX, the Singularity Net marketplace. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Anyway, dates you should be aware of. Token claiming, basically the token generation event ends the 25th. So that's it. If you're going to contribute, the round one, there's the DAO participation, ends the 21st of July. The round two, both begins and ends 21st of July. They'll do their snapshot on the 22nd of July. The 25th, for the rest of us that can't participate in that stuff, the 25th is when we can go onto MetaMask or Uniswap, or I've heard Kucoin potentially, although we don't know what that's going to look like. But anyway, the Sophia token will exist in the wild on the 25th. I would urge everyone to not purchase on the 25th. But good luck. You better know your way around the dexes if you're gonna participate on day one. Otherwise, you're gonna get your ass handed to you, and I'm gonna be like, bro, buddy, guy, fella, homie, dude, like, don't get your ass kicked on day one, man. All right. That being said, they have a Twitter, Discord, Medium, and a Telegram channel. I would put links, except I don't do links because you get blown up. What I will do is I will do the link to this article. I'll do it in both chats here. That's the link to the article. Again, proceed carefully with any links and assume that I'm trying to steal all of your stuff. Like Nick's putting links out. He wants to steal our stuff. You should assume everyone wants to steal your stuff all the time, because guess what? Everyone wants to steal your stuff all the time. You know this. It's common sense. Okay. Stay in school. Don't do drugs. Don't do anything that my poor, insolvent, drunk, struggling on meth grandmother would not do. And also understand, this is a Tuesday, Thursday show that we do, but we have a more robust program called Digital Heavyweights. For those of you that are already involved in it, you know what it is. For those of you that aren't, it's good brain food. And so I give you this. Do you want to get ahead? We have a program that really dives deep into investment management, game theory, cognitive bias, and the connection between cryptocurrencies, digital assets, and artificial intelligence investing. It's called Digital Heavyweights, and we do 3 private educational streams per week. You also get up-to-date news and research created by a team of writers and analysts that curate data from my personal investment portfolio. We do the heavy lifting for you. Join me and hang out with us Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays in the Digital Heavyweights. I don't know why it gets super rednecky at the end there. I'm going to have to go. That was AI generated, so AI doesn't always nail it. But there you go.